Welcome back to day 3, February 3rd of Black History Month, Dark Edition. Now, this episode is a lot. I want to give a trigger warning: murder, death of a child, lynching. It's a lot. So, if you are not ready to hear the details of that, I'm going to give you a second to go before I get into it. Okay. All right. Just bear with me here. So today we're going to talk about Mary Turner, pregnant and lynched in Georgia for publicly criticizing her husband's lynching. Now, this was in 1918. A white mob in Brooks County, Georgia, which is about the Valdosta area, if you're unfamiliar with Georgia. She was 8 months pregnant, and she was killed at Folsom's Bridge, 16 miles north of Valdosta, Georgia, for publicly speaking out against her husband's lynching that happened a few days prior. Now, her husband was lynched because he was accused of being involved in the murder of a very harsh white boss who was known for his cruelty to blacks. And in fact, Mary's husband, along with 6 or 7 others, I believe, were lynched in connection to this with no proof whatsoever, just accusation. When Mary threatened legal action, a white mob attacked her. She was hung upside down from her feet on a bridge. She was 8 months pregnant. They set her on fire while she was still alive. They took a butcher knife and cut her newborn baby out of her stomach and stomped it to death. And then they riddled her body with hundreds of bullets. So I don't know if I have my thoughts together enough to say how emotional this makes me. Yeah, the brutality that black bodies have dealt with throughout American history that is constantly covered is harrowing. It is sad. And the thing about this case, too, there was no reason for that white mob to attack her in that way. Obviously, there's no reason for it, but we had no representation in the judicial system in 1918. She had no power. Legally, nothing was going to happen to them anyway. This was about upholding white supremacy, keeping black people in line. And to this day, nobody from that mob has ever been held accountable for the death of Mary Turner, her husband, and their child.